In a universe where the fabric of time and space could be manipulated, two Earths existed in parallel dimensions. One had embraced the pursuit of knowledge from its earliest days. Philosophers, scientists, and artists were the heroes of this world, and their legacies were etched into the very architecture of the cities. Over millennia, this Earth, known as Elysium, had evolved into a utopia of intellect and culture. The other Earth had taken a different path. Early on, its people had rejected the quest for knowledge, focusing instead on immediate, material gains. Over time, this led to societal decay, a loss of cultural richness, and an overall stagnation. The people of this world had become trapped in a cycle of ignorance, unable to break free. In 2525, Earth had reached the zenith of its cultural and technological evolution. Dr. Ilara, a leading expert in quantum philosophy, stepped out of her self-driving electric carriage and looked up at the towering skyscrapers of Elysium. "Ah, another day in paradise," she mused, her eyes scanning the intricate carvings on the buildings. Her AI assistant, Orion, chimed in, "Indeed, Dr. Ilara, your lecture on multidimensional ethics is eagerly awaited at the Grand Library." "Thank you, Orion. Let's not keep the future minds of Elysium waiting." Dr. Ilara walked through the Grand Plaza, home to the city's time portals. She paused, captivated by the shimmering gateways that led to different eras and worlds. "Orion, schedule a trip through the time portal for later today. I feel the need for some perspective." "As you wish, Dr. Ilara." After her scholarly endeavors at the Grand Library, where she was greeted with applause and thoughtful questions, Dr. Ilara felt a pull towards the time portal. She donned a special cloak to blend in with less advanced civilizations and stepped through the shimmering gateway. As she arrived on the parallel Earth, stagnation filled the air. She quickly concealed her elaborate shimmering gown under her cloak. "Where am I?" she whispered, her eyes taking in the dilapidated buildings and suspicious glances from the locals. "Looks like you're lost, stranger," said a man, eyeing her cautiously. "I'm here to learn, to understand," Dr. Ilara replied. "Learn? Understand? Those words mean nothing here," the man scoffed. Dr. Ilara visited what passed for a library. A small, dusty room with a few tattered books. The librarian, a man who seemed to have given up on life, barely glanced at her as she entered. "Is this all the knowledge you possess?" she asked, her voice tinged with sadness. "What's it to you? Knowledge ain't gonna feed you," the librarian grumbled. Dr. Ilara returned to Elysium with a heavy heart and a renewed sense of purpose. That evening she stood before the Council of Time. "We have reached unparalleled heights in science, art, and philosophy," she began. "But what is the point if we don't extend our hand to those who have fallen behind? We must create a bridge between two worlds that are the antithesis of each other." The council listened intently, nodding in agreement. "Dr. Ilara, your proposal is ambitious but necessary. We shall begin preparations immediately." Every thread had its place in the grand tapestry of existence, and even the most advanced civilization had lessons to learn from its opposite.